Welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me in another video. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. I'm Tina, and I hope you enjoy your time here with me today. I am going to be talking about how I'm going to set up my Erin Condren Life Planner. Now, this is kind of turning into a little bit of a series about setting up this life planner. So technically this would be like, I guess, the second video, or maybe even the third, because I do have an unboxing of when I got this planner. And then the second video I uncoiled and recoiled this planner. Oh my gosh, that was really scary. So if you want to see how that went, obviously it was successful because here I am with this video. You can find those down below in the description. If you're not familiar with the life planners, Erin Condren has really brought us this beautiful planner. It has a lot of different pages in here, and you can utilize those pages in many different ways. And I have had life planners in the past, but I really wasn't like using them in like their most capable way and being super functional. But I want to definitely use this in like the most functional way that I can see using this planner. So I have taken my time and come up with how I want to set this up. I'm going to share all of my ideas with you, give you some tips and suggestions, and show you what I plan to put into the planner. But I will be actually doing the final setup off camera because it is going to take me a little bit of time to do it, and you'll see what I'm talking about as I go through it. So let's open it up and get started. So you are going to see some differences in this planner on how it is like organized, because like I said, I did uncoil it and recoil it, and the main reason I did that is because I wanted to slim the planner down. That way it will give me enough room to add stickers in here throughout the year, and it won't be so bulked up that it won't like close comfortably. The other thing is that I really wanted to have notes pages in the front of my planner. I really think that that is a much better placement for them. I feel like that's a much more functional use for them as opposed to in the back of the planner. And that is why I decided to uncoil and recoil this planner. So let's go ahead and get into how I want to set this up. So it does come with this really pretty vellum here. I like the decor of it. I think it's very pretty. I like the neutral harmony is the planner, of course, that I got. I'm sorry I didn't say that initially, but that's not only the cover that I got, but it is also the inside. And I did get the vertical layout. All right, so I am going to keep this just the way that it is. And this right here is the name page. I do have sticky notes throughout the whole process of this that I use to help me really go ahead and plan this out. And I really recommend that you do that. Now, I did get the sticky notes from Erin Condren, and they come on this nice little like pop in where you could pop it right into your planner. This nice like plastic dashboard. And I definitely used a lot of these to go ahead and plan these pages out. As a matter of fact, I think I only have like one of these left. So I might have to get some more of these, but that's okay because that's what they're there for, right? Sticky notes are a great way for you to figure out how you want to plan things out. Now, I come from a bound planner system, which if you kind of make a mistake with your extra paper or notes paper that you put into your planner, you can easily remove it and add another page. However, with a spiral bound planner, you can't do that. So you really want to plan out and figure out what you want to put into the planner pages without, you know, making too big of a mistake that you can't like really go back and fix it. All right, so that's what I went ahead and used. All right, so on the name page, it does come with like 2 lines here so you can write your name. And then it also has right here, it says, proud to say made in USA. Now, I covered this up with a white Jelly Roll pen. As happy that I am to see that this product is made in the USA, I just didn't want it to be like right there front and center. So I decided to cover that up. And what I'm going to put here is this sticker with my name and then these florals. So what I used here, this is actually a leftover sheet of sticker paper, like the backing of a sticker sheet. So whenever you clear your sticker sheets out, I highly recommend holding onto these pages because they are a great way for you to go ahead and put other stickers that you're going to plan with on there. All right, so let's go ahead and flip over here. Now these pages are so pretty. I really think that this would be kind of a nice place to put pictures if you choose. And I personally really appreciate like black and white pictures. So I was thinking, because I feel like almost like these are like little swatches, that you could kind of get some smaller pictures and put them in here. And I think that that would look really pretty. Just to, again, a little idea for you. And I don't know if I will do that or not, but it is something that I thought about. All right, so now we're going into the 2022-2023 month or year and a half overview here. Now these pages are very clear, which I do like that because I did get the neutral harmony layouts. So most of the pages in here are very neutral. The way that I am going to use this is I am going to mark birthdays, both family and very close friends. And then I am also going to mark anniversaries in here, holidays, and then my husband has the first week of every month is his close week. He's a business accountant, and that month is, or I'm not sorry, that week is kind of like a block out for us. So I do want to have that somewhere, so then that way I know, you know, that that particular week is kind of a blackout for us. I also want to put in his days that he has off, paydays, and then I will create a key. Now, how am I going to go ahead and do all of that? Well, there's various different ways that you can do it. You can just use like colorful pens and circle those dates. You can use any like highlighters. That's an option for you to go ahead and find different color highlighters and then just like dot the dates, and that way you can and then make a key according to whatever it is that you designated. There are little like circle dots that you can use, and I have various ones here that I'm going to share with you. I'm not sure which ones I will be using because it really depends on how many I have. These right here, I actually cut these down to fit into this book, but these are from Erin Condren. I really like these. These are like, they have like the foil and it circles the date, and those are really nice. But I have them in a gold, I have them in a rose gold, and then they do come in the silver, but you could see I used a lot of the silver already. So I kind of like the idea of the silver just because it matches with the hardware of the coil, but I don't really have enough of those. So I don't know, I'm gonna see, I might buy some more. So that is one option. Plus, I don't think I want to use the gold and the rose gold because the colors are so close, especially with like the glare. So I do have some other ones, and that came in a pack of colorful ones. So here's the colorful ones, which is probably what I'm going to use. Again, hopefully I have enough of these. But see how they're transparent, and you just put them like right over the dates, and it's a perfect way to go ahead and highlight those special dates that you want to remember. So I will see how that works out for me. I'm sort of leaning towards like this like lighter peachy tone. I just kind of like the neutral idea. I think that that's really pretty, but obviously I'm going to need enough colors here. So I think I might have enough to do that in here. But I'm not going to do that with you because that is time consuming, and I don't know. Personally, I think that that's something I could film off camera. I think you know how to lay stickers down. You don't really need to see that, but here are some other little circles that I have from Samantha May Sticks, and I might use some of those. I'm not really sure. Now there is this book also from the Happy Planner that they came out with. All right, so here are the translucent ones from the Happy Planner, and I think that these might really work, and I think I have a lot of them, and I do like the colors. However, I don't know if I have enough for like all of the topics, and I wouldn't be using the black one, because that's gonna defeat the purpose. It's just gonna cover it up, even if it is a translucent. So I think that these will work because I think that they are clear enough. Yeah, and they're really tiny, so I might really like the idea of using these. So we'll see what happens. There are also little squares here too that I could use, so, but they're all the same colors. So I do have some options here that I need to figure out, but that is my plan for marking those dates. So you obviously want to pick whatever method it is that you're going to use to go ahead and dot the dates. And then you definitely want to make sure that you create a key so that way you know what each little color represents. All right, so that's my plan for my year at a glance pages. Now let's go into these pages. So these pages, I actually did start setting this up a little bit, but they are just boxes. They don't come with this line in here, but I did go ahead and draw these in here because I wanted to be sure to get the most usage out of these boxes. I am going to designate each box for the month. So I am going to be using some stickers for that. So I've got these stickers that I got from the Caliva Plan sticker book. And I really like these. They're just really pretty. They've got like little flowers in them. And they're kind of neutral, so I feel like that goes really well. I'm not sure if I'm going to like decorate the top part in any particular way, but I definitely will be using these stickers. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do like January, February, March, April, May, June, or go like this way, January, February, March, April, May, June, and do it that way. I'm definitely going to put like the first 6 months on one side and then the other. I thought about going like across this way, but I don't want to have to be like flipping. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I just kind of wanted to have 6 months on one side. So all these weird little things, right, that I don't know, that I personally think about when I'm setting things up, because I am an overthinker, but you know what? It is what it is. Here, first of all, I want to put a reminder to check any birthdays or special events for the month. So that will go in like every single month because it's just going to be a reminder for me. And then I want to put any important birthdays in the month. And then I want to also put in any important payments that need to be made. So for example, insurance that you really only pay like once a year or maybe twice a year. At least that's how we have our insurance set up. Obviously everybody's different. You know, we have 2 different plans that need to be paid in January. So I just want to kind of have that here, so that way I'm going to know going into January, oh yes, I have those 2 bills that need to be paid. I want to be on the lookout for those and make sure that I pay those on a timely manner. And then I also want to put notes as far as what I need to plan going into the following month. So for example, in January, I'm going to put a note here to start planning out Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is the 14th of February, so it's right in the middle of the month. And I want to make sure that we sort of already have plans. Sometimes I feel like I'm finding that I'm scrambling a week before something that's going on, and I am such a planner, but at the same time, things like that tend to sneak up on me. So I think if I have them in one place, it's going to really help me out. And that way I can go ahead and plan my life a lot more easily and with a lot less stress. So February, the same thing. I will go ahead and put, like to check birthdays and special events that are happening in the month. Valentine's Day happens in this month. And then I also want to designate like a specific month, like February is Black History Month. So I want to go ahead and put that there. And then I just also have like, I want to start planning the time that we will be taking time off for vacation for the year. The other thing is that I want to like begin spring cleaning to declutter and donate things in this month. And again, this is just like the beginning of it. And then going into March, I want to like begin planning for Easter, for my nephew's spring break. You know, these are all different things that obviously pertain just to me, but you kind of get an idea of how I want to set this up. So it's going to obviously be very personal for me. I will go ahead and share it with you once I have it all set up. But I did come up with some ideas that you could use for yourself. So that's what I wrote down over here. You can use this section for special days like birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, vacations, any of your routines. So you don't necessarily have to separate this in months because they're just these blank boxes. There's nobody saying that, you know, these need to be for each month of the year. You can use these boxes however you want. I thought about putting routines in here, but then I realized it was going to be a little bit too small for me. You could put schedules in here. You could put your monthly goals. You can make this a vision board if you want, like one half of this. That's actually a great way to use this, both these pages. Like one page you can do like your routines, like your morning routine, afternoon and evening routine, maybe your workout routine, you know, that type of thing. And then on the other side, you could create a vision board and you could put like one box for personal, one box for like family members, maybe, you know, you could do different things that way. You can make this a monthly overview for like gratitude or for journaling. You can create the each box you can designate for a family member, and then that way you know the things that you need to do for each family member. Or you can create like a health tracker in here for like your period or your workouts, different things. So there's many uses that you can get out of these boxes. So that is my idea that I'm going to be using, along with some ideas for you to go ahead and use in your planner. All right, now we're gonna flip over and we're gonna go to the section that I moved. This is a notes section. It's pretty detailed, and I'm going to share with you like how I went ahead and figured out how I want to use these pages, so how I planned out this section. And like I said, this section, and it's not this thick because I also added some note pages in here from one of my notebooks when I uncoiled and recoiled this. And I also moved my folder up. So this section is usually found in the back. And again, you don't have as many note pages in here. But if this is something that you want to do, you know, it is just an idea for you. Or you can use just a separate notebook, because I think all of these note pages would be something that you might find useful to be able to use in your life. All right, so let's first talk about how I'm gonna set it up, and then I'll talk a little bit more about tips and ideas that are just kind of general for anybody. Sort of how I did with those other pages. All right, so this first one right here is got the tab on here. So this to me is like the dashboard for it. So I want to make this a decorative cover page, and I already picked out the stickers. I'm going to be using the same stickers, these large stickers. These are actually from the Happy Planner, and they're the large like stickers, and they come with these all these letters, and they're really pretty. This and I found somewhere else. I don't know where it's from. I'm guessing it's probably from Happy Planner, and I just actually had this to the side and I just kind of kept it to use, and it's gonna work out perfectly in here. So I'm going to make this a cover page, and I have routines and schedules, and I want to use these really pretty flowers, and these are from Caliva Plans Flourishing Floral sticker book. I really like that. I like the neutrals in here. I do want to keep this kind of neutral, like the pages for schedules and routines and all of that. And by the way, this particular book is from RONGRONG. It is her sticker album. I love this. It has sticker pages in here. It has many sticker pages, so you can put a lot of different things on here. It's a great place for you to do like pre-planning, that type of thing. And then it also has some clear pockets in the back where you can actually house some of your stickers. So if you are interested in picking this up, I believe it is still available. I do have a link down below for RONGRONG, but that is what I plan to put on here, my decorative cover page. And I put that on my little sticky note so that way I knew exactly what was going to go on here. And then let's see here. Oh yeah, Okay, so this was my sticky note that I made for myself because I wanted to have a list of what pages I wanted to create in here. So I went ahead and I put it on a sticky note so that way I could refer to it. And I did have some more stuff like on the back as well. So let's go ahead and move on. So now let's see. Oh, I have notes here on how I wanted to go ahead and set this up. So what I did was this first page, I want to have my morning, afternoon, and evening routines on here. And the way that I am going to like place that on the page is I also came up with some pre-planning idea on how the pages are going to look. So I used some of my Erin Condren note pages to go ahead and do that. So I have a couple of these that I've torn out of my notebook, and what I did was I used a stencil, and the stencil that I used, you can obviously use whatever stencils you might have if you choose to go this route, but I did use this. This is from the Happy Planner, and I think I used this bigger square one, and I just kind of connected it together to make it like the length that I wanted it to be. And this is like the actual size. So that way you can kind of see the different tools that I have here that I used to like put all this together. And then I did decide, well, I was kind of playing with my highlighters here to kind of blend the colors together, but it didn't really work so well. I was kind of practicing on the backside here, so you kind of get an idea of like, kind of think I wanted it to be more like that, you know, where it kind of like was a watercolor blended kind of look, but I just need to find like the right combination. But that's how I want this to be in here, and that will fit in there perfectly. So I already have like a blueprint of how I want to set this up. And then this is just some washi, because I think after I set this up, I will probably add some pretty stickers in here to just make it pretty for me, because I'm obviously going to be looking at that frequently. All right, and then let's see here. The next page is going to be my schedules. So I created like different schedules that I am going to be referring to, because in my routines for like morning, afternoon, and evening, I also included like a workout schedule and then a cleaning schedule and that type of thing. So I needed to go ahead and create those schedules. So creating the routine here, and then kind of like it's like a sub schedule from there. That's going to go onto these pages here. So I have included a day schedule, an evening schedule, a work schedule, a cleaning schedule, and a workout schedule. So those are just some of the things that I would like to work on for myself. So on this side here, I am going to do the day and evening schedule, and that I discovered fits nicely. I used my stencil again, and I used my little paper for my notes. That's gonna fit nicely like this. So you could see it fits in there. A day and evening schedule, and then I'm also going to need days of the week. So I did pull some of those from Live Love Posh sticker book, and I have this whole page here. Now these are paper stickers. I would have preferred them be like the clear stickers, but I didn't have enough for all of the schedules that I need, and I wanted it to be the same. So I plan to use these stickers here to go ahead and put on here and have like 2 lines, so that way I have a little bit of wiggle room there for the sticker and then what I'm going to be doing. So now what does this mean, day schedule? Well, I work for myself, and I am also a caregiver for my parents. So I need to be very conscious of my time, and I need to hold myself accountable. And in order to do that, I need to have a structured schedule for myself. So like when you go and punch a clock and go into work, you have a particular schedule, right? I don't have that because I don't punch a clock with anybody. I'm my own boss. So because I'm my own boss, I now need to be my own boss. I need to hold myself accountable for the things that I need to do. So this is why I've come up with the schedules, and I'm hoping that it will work for me. Now the evening schedule, obviously that's going to be a little bit more personal. I don't know, I'm not really sure exactly how the schedule is going to be just yet, because it's really kind of like a small time frame, but I do have a little bit of a notes that I put here for myself for things that I like to do that are creative and just relaxing for me, like journaling, lettering, reading, and coloring. I would like to try to implement those things each evening. So by kind of maybe 10 minutes for journaling, 10 minutes for lettering, you know, and that type of thing, that might help me to be able to do like kind of the things that I want to do or like to do. But I don't know, just kind of like balance it out, I guess. So these are just ideas. So that is what I plan to do there. And then I am going to have a work and cleaning schedule here. So I'm going to do the same formats with the boxes because I like the way that that works out. And then, like I said, I do have some room on here to decorate it after I add in my schedules. So the schedule is going to be the box that I'm going to draw out. And by the way, I will be using pencil to draw out these boxes. All right. That's how I roll. It's so much easier to use pencil because then you're not just like stuck. If you make a mistake or you realize you want to change it up a little bit, then you can do it because you just erase it. So that is another tip that I highly recommend that you do, is use pencil. I like my mechanical pencils. They work great. I use them like all the time in my planners when I draw my lines in there. So that's what I use. I use my pencils and I love them. So it's a little bit of a tip for you on that. And then so I'm going to create a work schedule. Like I said, I'm my own boss, so I need to hold myself accountable. So by creating my work schedule, then that way I can see, okay, it's Monday, this is what I need to do, okay? And then for cleaning, I don't want to be caught up in a situation where I'm hosting a holiday. I host all the holidays, first of all, and I don't want it to be so overwhelming when those holidays roll around because they come often and they come quick, you know, and I'm always, not always, but I do sometimes feel like I'm just like running around trying to get the house in order, do all of the things that I want to do. Because I mean, we live here, so the house is lived in. It's not perfect. You know, I do try to keep it up on a daily basis, but by creating a cleaning schedule, I think that that's really going to help me out. And then I won't feel so overwhelmed when I want to have like my parents over for dinner or my in-laws up for dinner, or, you know, somebody decides they want to stop by. You know, the house is only like maybe going to be set up where it's only going to take me like 10 minutes to tidy up, you know. So in a perfect world, we'll see how it works out. But I have done this before and it has worked out really nice for me, and I really want to implement that again. So the cleaning schedule will be here along with the work, and then I will have a workout schedule here again. My days of the week will be here, and then this page is going to be the last time and then I'm going to have a list. So it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to have a page and it's going to say the last time So examples of that would be clean the oven, clean the dishwasher, flip the mattress, change batteries in the smoke alarms, change the water filter in the fridge, change the filter in the purifier pitcher. Those are things that are just not done on a regular basis, but they need to be done. And sometimes I'm like, wait, when did I last flip the mattress? You know what I mean? Like those types of things. So I want to go ahead and create this list. And then that way here, all I need to do is just write the date I did it. And then that way I can have a page to refer back to whenever I need to. So that is what this page will be. All right. Now, I don't have anything like planned for the back side. This is going to be a cover page for lists. So again, I'm using those stickers and the same pretty florals because I want the cover pages to be consistent. So I thought that that would be really pretty, and I might put some washing in there. I'm really not quite sure how I want to design that yet, but that is my plan for this right here, because now I'm going to create a section for lists. So on this side, I kind of want to have a year bucket list. So you have probably a bucket list, maybe not. But you're obviously not going to do all of those things like in 1 year. So I kind of want to have a bucket list of things that I want to do for the year here, because obviously this is a planner for, well, it's for 18 months, but you get the idea. It's just going to be used for that particular year. And then on this side, I want to have important lists for ourselves, for my parents, because I do care for them, for home improvements, and then for work. So that's my idea for this page. That's what I'm going to be putting there. And then on this page, I'm going to have a tracker page for my husband's PTO and sick time, because I just need it to be written somewhere. Like he has access to it on his phone and that type of thing, but this way, this sort of helps me. And then that way I don't have to constantly ask him to like log into his app and look at that. So this is a great place for me to have it, and then that way we can kind of like sync up and see and make sure that those dates like are correct. And then I thought that this would also be a nice little area to write some vacation ideas down, and again, just for the year. All right, on this side, I want to have, I crossed this out because this is going to be a cover page, another cover page, and that one is going to be just for fun. And that is going to have different kinds of logs in here, different trackers. So I want to have a page for my TV shows. My husband and I constantly start new TV shows, and then we get distracted by another TV show, and then we're like, wait, we never like finished that other one. What was that? Where were we? What season were we in? What episode? So I want to have some kind of tracker for our TV shows, because we do binge watch a lot of things. So especially when our favorites come out, we tend to just like binge through that. And then we sort of, I guess, I don't want to say, but abandon the other shows that we were watching, but yet we still love them. So we want to go back and watch them. So this is a great place to put that. Not only that, but other shows that we might want to watch. And then on the back side, I do have, this is going to be for books, and then this one is going to be for podcasts. I love my podcasts, and I don't want to miss any episodes, so I want to have kind of a log for that. And I really do want to get into reading a little bit more, so I'm going to create a reading log page for myself and see how that works out. And then on this side is going to be a friend communication tracker. So what that means is that with our busy lives, when we become adults, right, things take precedence over our friends. We love them, we want to spend time with them, but we have husbands or spouses or significant others, we have kids, we've got parents that we need to care for, we have siblings that we want to spend time with, all of that. We have other family members. So family does end up taking over and becoming more of a priority, whether it's your immediate family in your own household or other family members that you are, maybe helping out, if you have seniors, that type of thing. And I think it's really important to stay in communication with your friends. I'm very guilty of not staying in communication with my friends, and though that has nothing to do with like my friends or it's just me, because the past 2 years have been really hard for me. And if you know, then you know, but I don't want to get into it here, but just been grieving really. So I do want to recommunicate with those friends and make sure that I am touching base with them and talking with them, and because they are important to me and they've always been there for me, and I really want to make sure I make an effort to be a good friend, because that's really what it comes down to. It's a relationship, and relationships you need to work on. So I want to have a friend communication tracker here. And then this is going to be for favorite shops and a shopping log. So shops that I currently shop at, maybe the last time I purchased from them, and maybe any of their releases that might be coming up, or shops that I want to check out. And then on the back, I have favorite places to eat, because there's always those favorite places that we like to go. And I just kind of want to have a list of that, so that way we can kind of rotate them out, because I think sometimes you kind of end up in a little bit of a rut and do the same thing all the time. So this sort of gives us a little bit of a variety to look back on. I love wine, so I want to have a wine list of the wines that I really enjoy, and maybe put some stars on there. And then makeup. I really love makeup. I have very specific brands that I like to use, and the colors that I thought that this would be a great place to go ahead and put those items in there. And then I do have a place here for Erin Condren swatches, so pens and washi that I want to go ahead and swatch out. Now I do have like some blank pages on the back here, so I can have some flexibility to add different lists in there if I want to. And then it just moves on to the Heritage and Awareness Observances page, the Contacts page, and then the Planning 2024 pages. So again, all of this is really found at the back of the planner, but I thought it would be more useful for me to move it up front, which is what I did. And then I also moved the folder up front, and this is a great place to keep all of the things that you're going to go ahead and plan out. So I have all of my pages here, and then I have my sticker sheets. So I'm going to take all of these and just tuck them in here, and you could see that the pages fit in there really nicely, so that way I have everything all together and I can refer to it. All right, and then I did choose to put a couple of notes pages in here. And then now we're going into the month at a glance. Now, I do have these pages set up in a particular way, but I do feel like it's kind of a lot of information that I've already shared with you for all of the notes. So I think that I'm just going to stop there because I do want to talk a little bit more about different ways that you can use your notes pages. And then I will do another video talking about how you could set up your pages for each month, because each of the months comes with, and I'm going to open up to a blank month, comes with this notes page before the tab, and then the month at a glance, and then you have another notes page, and then you have a dashboard. So I do have this already planned out as well, which I want to share with you, but I'm going to do that in a separate video because it is, again, a lot of content to go over. So I just want to go back and talk a little bit about tracker pages, ideas that you can have for your own tracking pages. So you can have spending, you can have health, and there are lots of subcategories under health. There's your water intake, there's your calories, there's your weight, your period, your any symptoms that you might have relating to any health symptoms. If you suffer from any particular affliction and you need to log your symptoms like migraines, that type of thing, or pain, that type of thing, then you can go ahead and have a tracker for that. Your prescriptions, your blood pressure, your blood sugar. Look, I put prescriptions again, so it's a great way to track your stuff. Exercise that you might do, or any movement, and then any other trackers like for fun. You could do movies, TV shows, books, games, and crafting. So these are just some ideas for you that you can create tracking pages and use your notes pages that are already in your life planners. All right, so those are just all of my tips and ideas for you to use the notes pages, and then how you can set up your year at a glance pages, or year and a half at a glance pages, and then your box pages, because it's really just the 12 boxes. Okay, so lots of information for you. And like I said, I told you that this was going to be kind of an in-depth video about tips and ideas for you to go ahead and use, along with sharing with you how I'm going to be setting this up. So in my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to, again, tips and ideas, how I'm going to be setting up July, and you can go ahead and use that for your own, or obviously take tips and ideas that I have for you to set up your own monthly note pages and dashboard pages accordingly. So with all that being said, be sure that you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. That way you will not miss any of these videos that I'm going to be sharing with you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying this series, and please hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and all of that really does help me know that you are enjoying my content, but it does show YouTube that you are enjoying my content, and then that way they are more likely to recommend it to other people for them to enjoy as well. All right, if you have an Instagram, I am on Instagram at It's a Wonderful Plan. You can find me there, and I do post things there pretty daily, and you will see things there you don't always see here on my YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and I look forward to the next one. Bye.